Have you ever had a moment when you need a little help from your friends? Well, my buddy Legion of Shadow is here to help me out with more than just getting on my speeder bike. A bunch of you asked for it, so we came up with a new design and decided to test it out. And today, Legion of Shadow is going to show you how to build a speeder bike, step by step. Best part, you can build it in your survival world, and you get to see our mistakes. Just because it's in Sandbox doesn't make it any easier. Let's get into it. You can have your own speeder bike at the end of this entire session. So knock yourself out.
And basically, if you didn't catch what I just did there, I placed a wall of foundations, and then I lined up this left side foundation with the edgemost piece of the ATV body, and then you want to slide your dynamic foundation flat up against the wall, and from there you should be able to slide another foundation piece to sit sideways off to the side of it. And you just want to leave that there for now. You can clean up your mess of this after you snap that side piece. I mean, you just want to clear up the front again.
Yeah, remember,
And
destroy the evidence.
Yep. And now what you want to do is you're going to get a lineup so you can place something snapped onto there. And I've actually found two methods of getting this to work. So this is one method you're about to see, and assuming that things don't go well, I'll show you the second method. Because there's two guaranteed ways if you cannot place something on the front. And right here I'm just getting it to line up, so I'm going to aim at this point roughly on the block right there and slide it over using the snapping tools. What I'll be using is a vehicle piece number 1, or vehicle base number 1, sorry. And you'll know if you did it right because it should stay... Oh, using the wrong buttons to snap. There we go. Okay, and if you did it right, you should be able to remove... Oh, and see, this is where we're going to have trouble. So, the method that I found to guarantee you get it is you actually place a foundation in front of it, sorry. Oh, oops. Already messing up. You actually place it on this foundation, the one that's already sideways. So here, I will place the piece that I want to go on my front edge, get it lined up roughly in the right spot. That appears about right. And then this is basically a dud body. We won't be using that. Now what I'll actually do is place another foundation here, just behind it, take my ATV body again, and then I'm just going to slide it to butt up the nose up to that piece. And then from there you should be able to remove that, and it will stay on there. Oh, never mind. We're having technical difficulties today.
When he did
It's just being difficult. Yeah, it worked last night. I literally came up with this method last night, and it worked perfectly fine. So I don't know.
Do you need a little bit of my magic in there?
Yeah, let's see what you could do with it, because you seem to have better luck with it.
Alright.
Normally it does snap there, so I don't know what the issue was. Could always try it a second time. Oh, but I'd have to do a sideways setup again. So let me do that. This is honestly the hardest part of the build, so don't get deterred seeing this happen. You may have difficulties yourself. You kind of just got to work through it's not something to give up on the first try, because you may not get it on the first try. There was a bunch of mess ups yesterday where we couldn't get it ourselves, and we had to try like 5 different ways just to attach one piece on there. So you just want to make sure that foundation's slightly over so it tips off, and then you just push it into place from there. Then again, just snap a vehicle or any other piece, whatever you want to do, off to the side. Just make sure it's away from your dynamic foundation, because it doesn't want to interact, or you don't want it to interact with the dynamic foundation, sorry. Hide all your evidence. Never happened. Just not having fun.
This is kind of what we do. All right. Okay. So we're okay. Let me know when you need to snap that other piece.
Right now, if you can get a vehicle foundation sitting upright, I can't seem to do it.
All right. Let me see. Vehicle foundation.
Yeah, it's being buggy.
All right. Let me see if I can pull this off of here. Was it backward? Oh, I was looking at the wrong side. My bad.
And yeah, make sure it's just vertical. You want that edge piece lined up with the ramp, just where it starts to overhang.
So you want it? You don't want it? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Let me see.
the top edge should meet top edge. Nothing overhanging.
Okay, let me see what I can do there.
I do have an idea. If that doesn't work, we already know that pieces snap sideways. So, or snap through corners, like invisible connections, so to speak. So we could place a piece here.
I almost got it. Okay. Green, green, green. Come on, green. Stay green. It keeps going green. Do not delete anything. Do not delete anything. Okay, let's get stability on there first.
Well, I've got the side piece over here, so it should glue through the corner.
Ah,
Or never mind.
okay. Make sure that
Let me
side
try
piece
just straight snapping.
touching. So give me one. Let me try again. Because the method that I found that worked was placing. Oh, you're in the camera.
Oh,
It
my bad.
resets when you pass through the camera. And of course, the sun is in my eye. That's not touching. Move, sunlight. All right, let's see. Nope, it's one.
I don't know why.
Hold on. All right, this should allow me to get better placement.
Well, it's got to be like a partial block off if it's not snapping correctly.
There.
There's a slight gap in between there. Barely noticeable, but I'm pretty sure. You actually got it though. Hell yeah. That's staying there from all appearances.
Okay.
Nice.
We just
Okay.
want to make sure
Good to
that
go.
the others are good. All right, perfect. So I can destroy the evidence
So,
here.
yep. Well, now that we can actually get going, whenever that is accomplished on your guys' end, you just want to snap a balloon dead center of that top piece. That's the reason we set it vertically like that. And then you're gonna take, what's it called? You're gonna go to your fences and grab the single devil railing piece. And then you're gonna snap one block down from the top on either side. Make sure they line up. And then you're gonna bring that 4 more out. On each side. Let me snap. It's being so stupid right now. Doesn't help that I have stick drift. Okay, and then on the 4th one, you're actually going to bring it in one by stacking fences side by side and then just destroying the outer ones. So you can just snap these right next to each other. So that way it glues, and remove those 2 pieces. And then you will need to have gone through the Rebel storyline mission. So if you haven't completed that, you may not have all the pieces. I'm not 100% sure where these are acquired in that storyline, so I can't give you an exact place to look or like place to get to in order to unlock these. But you're gonna snap your Galactic Lodge railing corners where you see here. And actually I set those in too much. Meant to place those on the outside because you want a little bit of a gap in between or else it doesn't look like the real thing. So just snap these back to back. Don't let me. Go. And on some of these you can just snap and slide over, but on the top ones it doesn't like to. So that looks centered, okay. And then you're gonna go to the back section, and if you want it to look like the real thing, for wood that I was using Sugo thin floor 6x2s. Oh, and we're getting dark, so let me pop out a torch really quick.
Hold on, I got my light.
So first, line up your seat, place it all the way forward as far as you can on that cab. And then you're going to take your Sugo floor, 6x2s, and you're going to place one stud back from the seat. And then you're going to do two side by side, go to the back of it, and then you're going to drop those right off the back. Make sure they're flush up against the back of it. You're going to add two more Sugo floor pieces right here. And then snapping off the top of those two Sugo floor pieces, you'll add two more going forward towards the cab, lined up with the back edge. And then another two on top of it, but the very last one is staggered forward. That's right. And then one more just on top of that middle Sugo floor piece.
Now, just
Should
to,
have that for the back cab.
now, just to note, don't try to skimp in any of these pieces. The weight balance ratio at the very end is very important. So we need to actually have enough weight on the back there to stabilize properly.
You're going to place two Sugo floor pieces on either side right here. And then going off the top of those and out one block, you'll scoot it forward till it's just in front of that motor, or vehicle piece I should say, sorry. So you have that. And then snap one directly into the, oh, you can't, there, okay, there we go. Do two side by side, and then one dead center. And you'll go to the underside of that, build one on either side there, just where you can, staggered forward. After that, we'll go and take our vehicle pieces, and give me one sec. We actually have to flip a vehicle piece upside down for this, or a dynamic platform upside down. So what you want to do for that, for easiest flipping, you'll just set up a little cage for yourself, add a couple walls on either side, and then you're just going to have your dynamic platform tip towards you and then push it from one side to the other, and it should flip over. If that does not work, what you can do is place one block in between, doesn't matter of what kind. I just do this, I push it up against that wall, then I go behind it and then push it to the other side. And then you just want to line it up with your platform so you can use the same foundation that it's currently sitting on. And just snap one more out so that way it has a seat to set in, so to speak, and then push it over. And usually I'll put one in the corner again, just because I don't want it to push all the way out and like go into the corner, sorry, bad wording there. Don't want it to get stuck in the corner because then you might not have an even perfect square. So the reason we're doing this is to actually square it up with the rest of the blocks around it. So that way it snaps best. And once you got that, just place a foundation going upside down vertically like that. And then you will take pleasant railing, or actually, not pleasant railing pieces. You will take the Mos Eisley stair railings, or you can use pleasant railings if you don't have the Mos Eisley stair. But for this, just for the look, I am using the Mos Eisley stair. And unfortunately, you can't see my perspective, but I'm using that foundation block to aim off of and then snap my floor piece into position, or railing piece into position where I need it. And in this case, it is going to be in the back furthest most position on the bike, as you can see. It should be tucked up in there, and then you can actually use that one to line up your second one. Just make them even with each other, and then you just snap it over into position. Oh, I actually gotta remove this. It's in the way. Alright, and it should look like that when you're done. And I have one too many foundations here, so I'm removing that one. And after this, you'll just want to take two frost pine 6x2 floor pieces, and then while lined up underneath, you want, and this is more personal preference, I put the gray side back and I make sure the feet are just one step ahead of those, as you see here. And that helps with stability.
And it gives a nice
And
landing, what you call it? Landing gear.
Yep. And from here, technically you are ready to drop it off the thing, because you don't want to add thrusters until after.
What about the hydraulic?
Yeah, I was gonna add that. Just to kind of hide this jagged just piece right here going upwards, you'll want to place some railings again. In this case, I gotta remember how I did it last time. What did we do to build up on them? Because I forgot we can't do
well, we snapped
top
off the side.
to tip.
We snapped. We snapped off the side, and then we could actually do top to tip on once we're there.
I got an idea. It'll work.
Or you can nudge it.
Oh, my apologies. Slip of the tongue. Needs more back weight from here.
There's no balloon on yet. You snapped the balloon.
Oh, did you remove it?
No, you snapped it somehow.
Oh, never seen that happen.
There you go.
Yeah. And for some reason, I'm not able to place that railing on the other side, so I might have to just snap all the way through.
All right.
That one stays. Alright. Just remove two middle pieces.
Physics was glitchy last night. That's how that happened. It came in at a time when the balloons were going really weird.
Yeah. Alright, and from here it's a balancing game, so yours may be slightly different depending on how physics are in your world at the time, but as of making this video, this should work for you. I can even see where I'm placing. Come on. So you'll want one upwards thruster right there. And then depending on how much boost you want, you can add 3 back thrusters, and you'll just have to change that upwards thruster depending on how bad these push you forward. And then for your side ones, you'll want them just behind where it dips down in the front. And that is also a preference game in terms of how you want yours to be set up. So in the case of mine, I'm going to put the left side on channel 2 to turn right whenever I click B. And then channel 1 is going to be the right side to turn left whenever I click Y.
Insane person. Or you could just use the patented long tom method and, use the. I mean, I think because it aligns to the buttons that we use. Um, the because I would really love to turn left using X, but instead we have to use Y to turn left and B to turn right. Was the other way around? So just get your wrench and make sure that you align those so that it looks right. Oh, this is new. What's it doing?
Yeah, this is the kind of hydraulic that I added last night. Just it's more for function than it is aesthetics, and it doesn't look the greatest aesthetically, but it's kind of necessary just for stepping up into the thing.
Oh, you mean from survival?
Yeah, fun. Actually, got them placed wrong. This bottom one is supposed to be out in the front, not lined up with that floor, like that.
Hey, owner, what's up?
Oh, these are made out of plastoid. That's unfortunate.
Oh, so you got to be in the current Star Wars world to get, or rather, doing some of the Star Wars projects to get Plastoid. If you want Plastoid
And
quick, go to the Rebel Cave. There's a bunch of crates out there you can destroy to get Plastoid.
here's some last minute additions. I am just adding more step ups. So now you should be able to enter your vehicle and we'll go for a test flight. And should work. Assuming
Go.
that the balloons aren't wonky. Oh yeah. It could be back 1 block more, I'd say, but it also depends on if you want to have lift or if you want yours to be close to the ground. I'm surprised you're actually staying on. That's pretty awesome.
I can email it too.
Yeah. I know he learned Sith powers. He should have pretty smooth takeoffs and landing. Well, I wouldn't say smooth landings, but
You'll
smooth
figure
takeoffs.
you figure out how to land pretty quickly.
You don't have to worry about this thing tipping over ever either, because one push it should right itself if it's tipped over, if it does ever happen to tip over. And if it another thing, if you're on it and it tips over, you can just hit one of the turning thrusters and it should push you off the ground depending on what side you're on.
Okay, now it
But
is
there you go.
it is 9:56 right now, and work is has me to do some stuff this morning. So I'm just gonna do this bit quick. Okay, that's your upgraded model. Where is my model? I know I left it here somewhere. Okay, so we did do some refinements where I built my own, and
Yep.
we actually used some of the white pieces from the beachy boulevard and added some lights and stuff. So a couple of
This is the preferred. Oh, whoops, my bad. This is the preferred design. But unfortunately, when building mine, originally I was doing it with non-DLC pieces and then puck informed me that they had this bracket thing, and this made the perfect landing gear. So we made some more iterations, and we'll be showing some more videos off, tutorials for this if you do happen to have all those pieces. But I wanted to make a survival and very basic version of the speeder bike, and that's what you see there.
Right, and these both fly basically the same. So I'm just gonna bring it on over. Oh, and of course, completely failed to land it.
I wish you could share the clip in stream because I sent you the auto landing one. We had a very funny mishap yesterday when we were pulling first tests because Puck had just gotten in the speeder for the first time and he was flying around and just happened to fall out of the seat and it perfectly guided itself to a platform and landed.
So there are your speeder bikes, people. I hope you've enjoyed the build and found it some useful. I am the Mad Puck 66. Joining us here today on camera was Legion of Shadow. You can follow him on YouTube and on Twitch as well. He's got some great builds going on. Unfortunately, his Jabba sail barge is in a million pieces.
Yeah.
So the chance to actually show that off properly are done for now until we rebuild it. But it will give us the opportunity to go and blow up Jabba's sail barge. So look out
Or
for
at least
that.
what's left of it.
Yeah, that's what's left of it. So look out for that bit of fun in a probably YouTube short somewhere. Hint, hint. You're gonna take care of that, right? Yeah, but in any
Yeah.
case, I do live streams all in Lego Fortnite every weekday from 8:30 to 10 a.m. It's all live builds in Lego Fortnite. We do geek stuff, Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, and more. But this month we're kind of focusing on the Star Wars stuff because there's so many cool vehicles, a lot of good stuff going on there, and of course it is Star Wars month, so we're taking full advantage of that. Hopefully Lego Fortnite will give us some new pieces and that we can really work with because every new piece they give us just makes everything we build come to life even more. It's amazing what we have our hands on right now. I gotta go now. Bye.